Hi friends, my name is Abhishek Dattagupta and today I'm going to share with you one interesting Microsoft Teams hack on how to create a breakout group. And before we go about creating a breakout group, let's quickly recall what a breakout group actually is. In any traditional classroom-based sessions that we attend, we typically see that there are a number of participants, and at some point in time, the trainer kind of requests all these participants to break out into subgroups, and he kind of gives some kind of an activity that the subgroup kind of works upon, and then after a stipulated amount of time, that those subgroups rejoin into the main group and present their findings. Now, this is very easy to do in a typical classroom-based environment, but how do we do it in a Microsoft Teams environment? And let's say you are conducting a session or you are conducting a classroom training session kind of session on Microsoft Teams. So you have 10 or 20 participants joining your session, and now you want those participants to break out into smaller groups and work on some activity. So this is where breakout groups come very handy. So as you can see on my screen, now I have my Microsoft Teams open on my screen, and for the purpose of this training, I've already created a team which is named as YouTube. So here I have added few people. You can see it here from the manage team section. I've added a few people as owner, few people as member, and let's say these are my participants who are going to attend my training, and I can keep on adding new members from here, whoever I want to add to the training. So before creating the breakout groups, before starting the training, you might want to add all the participants here beforehand. So once you have done that, the way to create a breakout group is click on these three dots here, and then you have this option called add channel. I just clicked on this add channel, and now I can just give it a name like breakout group 1, right? So I can give a description, and at the same time I can do some kind of a privacy setting. Standard means everybody who is part of this team will have access to this breakout group, but that is not what we want. So we want this breakout group to be restricted to some people. Then we would select this private option. As I click next, it will ask me whom do I want from the participants to be added to this breakout group. So let's say I want Anu to be part of this breakout group. I click on add. It will ask me whether I want him to join as member or owner. Let's provide him owner rights and click on done. So now he will get a notification that he is part of this breakout group, right? So let's, to be sure, I can also do this using at the rate. I can just mention, Anu, you are part of this new breakout. So I just inform him over the chat also, and he gets a notification. Now let's say we have a training going on, right? So let's start a training for the purposes of this demo. This is a demo training that I am starting. I click on meet now, switch off this part, and I'm waiting for my participants to join. So this is the main training section where the participants will join and we'll have the activities. And one point in time, I decide to break the participants into subgroups, and I tell them that, okay, you know what, I have already created the breakout groups for you. It is time for you to go to those breakout groups. So what we'll do is we'll go back to this team section, and I have created this breakout group 1. So let's say Anup has already joined maybe the breakout group 1, and I just wanted to see how is doing or whatever discussion they're happening. Maybe I want to give my free feedback. So I will click on this Meet Now button here, and let's make it as Breakout Group 1 and click Meet Now. So here you can see that I am now part of this breakout group 1 section. And on the left hand side, interestingly, you can see this floating bar, which shows you the original demo training session where all the participants are were part of, right? So at any point in time, I can switch back and forth between the original training session and the breakout group. So now I showed you one breakout group, but you can create more such breakout groups, and those will show as floating bars on the left hand side. And you can switch between different breakout groups, right? You want to see how the breakout group 2 is doing, how the breakout group 3 is doing. You want to give some inputs to them, and then you can revert back after the stipulated time of 10 minutes or 15 minutes. You can tell them that, okay, now the time is up. So all of you can now join and come back to the main training and give your presentations. So I'm going to just go back to my main training session. As I go back, this will close because I was the only person who had joined here. So I click here. I can also hang up this original training session, and these two options are there for me to choose. Let me go back to my original session by clicking here. So you can see that now I am in this original session, and the breakout group is now showing up here as a floating bar. So likewise, I can switch back and forth between the breakout groups and the main session uh, effortlessly, and it is easy for me to manage the subgroups even when I'm conducting a training online via Microsoft Teams. So I'm going to this hang up on this. So stop this breakout group, and I'm going to now stop this demo training session, right? So you now got an idea of how to create breakout groups and how to use it effectively in a training session if you are conducting it online via Microsoft Teams. Hope you like this Members Teams hack. Please click on the like button if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel if you want to be in touch with more such interesting MS Teams hack videos.